What if the sky above you was watching, listening, and deciding the future of global power? Tonight, reveal how Israel and the United States dominate space with military satellites, and why this silent strength has left China stunned and scrambling. This isn't science fiction. This is happening right now. Hello, friends. Today, we are stepping beyond borders, beyond oceans, and beyond the atmosphere itself. High above the earth, far from the noise of politics and the chaos of battlefields, a silent war for dominance is unfolding in space. Military satellites have become the invisible backbone of modern power. At the center of this domain stand Israel and the United States. These nations don't just rely on tanks, jets, or ships anymore. They rely on constant awareness from orbit. Every movement, every signal, every change on the ground can be detected, analyzed, acted upon in seconds. This is not about brute force. It's about intelligence, precision, and speed. While the world watches headlines focused on surface-level conflicts, the real advantage is being built quietly above us. China, rapidly advancing its own space capabilities, has taken notice. The realization is clear: whoever controls space controls information. Whoever controls information controls the future. In this video, we will uncover how Israel and the USA built this satellite dominance, why it matters, and why it has sent shockwaves through global power circles. Military power has evolved dramatically over the past few decades. Once, wars were decided by numbers: more soldiers, more weapons, more territory. Today, wars are shaped by data. Satellite warfare represents the highest form of this transformation. The United States pioneered large-scale military satellite networks during the Cold War. Understanding early on that space would become the ultimate high ground. Israel, though smaller in size, followed a different path, focusing on compact, highly advanced, and mission-specific satellites. Together, they formed a model of quality over quantity. These satellites don't fire weapons, they enable them. They guide missiles with pinpoint accuracy, real-time battlefield awareness, and ensure secure communication even during extreme conflict. China has invested heavily in space, but matching decades of experience and integration is no simple task. The shock is not about numbers alone. It's about how seamlessly these satellite systems are woven into every military decision. Early warning systems to strategic planning. Satellite warfare has turned space into the most critical battlefield of the 21st century. The United States operates the most extensive and diverse military satellite network on Earth. These satellites serve multiple roles: surveillance, navigation, missile warning, weather monitoring, and secure global communication. Systems like GPS are not just for civilian use. They are essential for military coordination and precision strikes. What truly sets the US is redundancy. If one satellite fails, another can immediately take its place. This layered approach ensures uninterrupted dominance. The US Space Force was created to protect and expand these capabilities, signaling that space is no longer a support domain. It is a frontline. For China, presents a serious strategic challenge. Disrupting such a vast network is extremely difficult, and defending against it is even harder. The American model emphasizes resilience, integration, and global reach. Every branch of the US military is connected through space, creating a unified force that can operate anywhere, anytime. This is the kind of silent strength that doesn't need constant demonstration. Its presence alone shapes global behavior. Israel's approach to military satellites is unique and highly focused. Unlike global superpowers, Israel prioritizes efficiency, innovation, and rapid deployment. Its satellites are designed to deliver high-resolution intelligence in compact forms, optimized for regional awareness and fast response. Israel's strength lies in its ability to turn limited resources into strategic advantage. Advanced imaging, electronic intelligence, and encrypted communication systems allow Israel to monitor threats with remarkable accuracy. These satellites act as early warning guardians, detecting potential dangers long before they reach critical stages. Surprise comes from this efficiency, proves that dominance in space is not just about scale. It's about smart design and integration. Israeli satellites are tightly linked with ground intelligence and air capabilities, forming a seamless decision-making loop. In modern warfare, speed is everything, and Israel's space assets ensure decisions are made faster than potential adversaries can react. This precision-focused model has become a case study for military planners worldwide. At the heart of satellite power lies intelligence and reconnaissance, commonly known as ISR. This is where Israel and the USA truly excel. ISR satellites can track troop movements, monitor missile sites, and analyze electronic signals across vast distances. Unlike traditional depict methods, satellites operate continuously and invisibly. There is no border they cannot cross, no terrain they cannot observe. For China, this level of awareness presents a strategic dilemma. Secrecy becomes nearly impossible when every movement can be observed from orbit. Advanced data processing and artificial intelligence now enhance these capabilities, turning raw imagery into actionable intelligence in real time. This fusion of space and AI amplifies the power gap. ISR dominance doesn't just prevent surprises, it shapes deterrence. Adversaries know they are being watched. Their options become limited. This is silent control, exercised without a single shot fired. Militaries depend on constant, secure communication. Satellite systems provide this lifeline. The USA and Israel operate encrypted communication satellites that allow commanders to issue orders instantly, even in hostile environments. These systems are designed to resist jamming, interception, and cyber interference. In contrast, disrupting ground-based communication is far easier. This is why satellite command and control is so critical. China has developed its own systems, but matching the maturity and security of US-Israeli networks is a long-term challenge. These satellites ensure that leadership remains connected during crises, preserving coordination and strategic clarity. In warfare, fusion is deadly. Satellite communication eliminates that weakness. This capability transforms armed forces into a single, coordinated organism, capable of rapid and decisive action. The real power lies not in visibility, but in control. Early warning satellites are among the most sensitive and powerful tools in space. They detect missile launches within seconds, giving decision-makers precious time to respond. The United States has invested heavily in these systems, grading them with missile defense networks. Israel complements this with regionally focused early warning and tracking support. Together, these capabilities reduce vulnerability and strengthen deterrence. China understands the implications. Missile strategies lose effectiveness when detection is nearly instantaneous. This shifts the balance from offense to defense. Early warning satellites don't just protect cities. They stabilize global security by reducing the risk of miscalculation. That launches will be detected discourages reckless actions. This is strategic power at its most subtle. Deterrence is no longer limited to nuclear weapons or conventional forces. Space has become a key deterrence domain. Israel and the USA don't need to showcase their satellite power aggressively. The knowledge of its existence is enough. China's concern stems from this quiet dominance. Space assets influence diplomacy, military planning, and crisis management. When one side has superior awareness and communication, escalation becomes risky. This creates a strategic imbalance that favors restraint. Space deterrence is about preventing conflict by making outcomes predictable and unfavorable for aggression. It is power exercised through presence, not provocation. China is not standing still. It is rapidly expanding its satellite networks, testing counter-space capabilities, and investing in space technology. However, closing the gap requires more than launches. It requires integration, experience, trust in complex systems. The shock comes from realizing how far ahead the US-Israel partnership already is. This competition is shaping the future of global security. Space is no longer neutral, it is contested. How this rivalry unfolds will define the next generation of military strategy. Cooperation, competition, and caution will all play critical roles. The future of military power lies above us. Satellites will become even more intelligent, resilient, and interconnected. Israel and the United States have set the standard, demonstrating that control of space equals control of information and decision-making. This reaction highlights a global truth. The balance of power is shifting upward. Space is no longer the final frontier. It is the central arena. Understanding this reality is essential for grasping modern geopolitics. The nations that master space will shape peace, conflict, and security for decades to come. Found this deep dive into global satellite power insightful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share this video with anyone interested in military technology and global strategy. And let us know in the comments what topic you want us to uncover next.